All right. So on the other end of the spectrum, what would you say to someone who's a veteran professional that will be retiring in the next 5 years?
You need to start mentoring your replacement. I have been I'm retiring at the end of this year, I think. And I've been trying to work on that for 2 years of mentoring folks up. But one of the things I've told some of my staff and others is I have no problem teaching you anything you want to know, but I want to know that you want to know it, because it's one thing to try to force it down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
You're not interested, you don't care. Then you're not going to learn it. But if you're really interested and want to learn it, there's so many tricks of the trade that you can get people to think about. Now with fire modeling and evaluations that you have to do with buildings that are all open and have communicating spaces and stuff, that's something that's really an art that you got to really think about the next step. What could really.
So on the other side of the spectrum, what would you say to someone retiring in 5 years?
Let the newer generation get involved. The biggest thing I see is we need the institutional knowledge of where we came from to continue with our next generation of leadership. And if we don't have a bridge of what the old people knew versus what the new people coming in want to do, then we need to make sure that connection is made. I think about all the institutional knowledge that we have that's going to retire in the next 5 years. And while I look at the emerging leaders and the great ideas they have, it's nice to make sure that we at least know where we came from, so that as we make decisions, we don't repeat bad things and make sure we make good process.
Great. So more along the lines of just getting that knowledge to the future generation and passing what has been done, and namely good things that were done and mistakes, so that
Right.
we don't have
We don't
problems
repeat
again.
them.
So
Your friends, veteran code professionals, what would you say to them if they were retiring within the next 5 years in regards to mentorship?
What I'd tell them is find somebody young. Grab somebody on your staff, grab somebody in the area through your chapter, and help them attain something. Get them involved with the process, no matter if the process is sitting on an interpretations committee or whether the process is filling out a code change. But get involved. It doesn't matter how minor or how major that option is, but get involved. Get involved with a membership council. Understand what's going on. Understand the direction of ICC and make it better for the next generation.
Can offer to a seasoned individual. The best thing that any mentor, whether it's a young mentor or somebody who has already blazed a trail in our profession, can do is help the person that they are trying to mentor see value, see excitement in different ways of doing things. Jesse, if you were to come to me just completely excited and jazzed about some idea that you felt might have a great effect on how we do things, I would be very interested in hearing what you have to say. And excitement can be infectious. And I think that when I look back at all of the individuals that I would consider to be mentors, most of them, they were excited about something. And that enthusiasm, they helped to instill that in me, so that I then got enthusiastic or excited about what they were. And then next thing I knew, I was wanting to hear more, wanting to learn more. And then next thing you know, you take those things over yourself and you move forward.
That's a very interesting perspective to understand that we, at our young age, can be mentors, even to someone like you, Stu. That's phenomenal. I would also ask, for those of us that are joining our industry for the first time, and as you mentioned earlier, anybody from the public sector coming to the private sector, they have a lot to offer in our environment, in our industry. What would we be able to do to make ourselves more approachable, more susceptible to being a mentee? What do you look for in a mentee when you, despite separate from the excitement you just spoke about?
You know, I think that I think the individuals that I have actually mentored over the years, they almost jump out at you. When you see an individual that expresses some excitement in something that you believe you can help them with, and is interested in just going beyond the day-to-day activities that they have, when you see that type of interest in something, pay attention to it and focus on it. Because if they express an interest in something that you actually think you have something to offer, it almost becomes an automatic or perfect fit. There are so many people that, had they not shared with me that they had a particular interest in something, I might not have otherwise gone out of my way to share my experiences with them. But when you do see that they are excited in something, like I said, it ends up being a natural fit.